Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Saturday, May 22nd, 2021. In both the Lynn Life and the Jamie Body Mind, the authorized souls remain only child souls from the deeper, denser dimensions, and all other souls from all other dimensions, as long as the souls are already living by the many search for truth rules already given to the search for truth community by wiser minds above all of us, and we acknowledge that for the most part that is not what the souls are doing. But if we, the host lives, don't ask for that, then we aren't doing our jobs. It's interesting because we've had the opportunity to have two careers. It's unclear who's speaking, but they're speaking about the careers of this host life.
Yeah, I feel that.
And we've had a career as a certified public accountant, a CPA, and we've also had a career as an alternative health practitioner, and another career kind of as a teacher of alternative health, a continuing education provider in multiple fields regarding alternative health, and a public speaker, all on alternative health and finance, bizarrely, having taught classes in both finance and alternative health.
That's right.
And in all of those various facets of the career, what's mattered really is the assignment. What is it that we are supposed to be accomplishing with that particular assignment? And we all have these soul plans, all of us. It's not just limited to humans. Equine healing practice reveals the same thing.
That's right.
We also, in our healing practice, had worked with some dogs, cats,
That's
horses, etc., and we found it to be all the same.
We worked with a turtle once in this healing practice. It was the same.
There you go. Birds are the same. It's all the same. And the question is, what is the assignment? What did we say in our sacred vows to Spirit that we would do? And during this last possibly 5 years, we've noticed an unfortunate pattern where there are lives recently born to which there is no assignment given. It's as if there's no record of the life. It's usually an unauthorized life, a life that Spirit did not condone, and it doesn't have an assignment.
That's right.
And those lives are miserable for the parties involved.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't have guardian angels. It's just really, really very sad. And we have this tropical storm, Anna, I guess would be how you would pronounce ANA. Tropical storm Anna is out there in the Gulf on, not the Gulf, in the Atlantic.
Thank you, that's true.
On May 22nd, having formed rapidly on May 21st. And the NOAA, the national organization that is basically the only remaining reporting system on tropical storms and hurricanes, has 2 pages on Anna. And the first page says Anna is headed southwest, which would bring her here.
Mm-hmm.
Like right here.
Right here.
And the other page, page 2, says Anna is headed northeast, in the opposite direction. And we've had the assignment for the past 4 years to learn how to read the wind maps for ourselves. And it's not that we're great at it, but we have 4 years of experience, and we can see how 2 different people looking at that wind map would arrive at 2 different conclusions.
Yeah, that's right.
There is a ride for Anna to hitch if she's coming southwest, and there's also a vacancy for Anna to move into if she wants to go northeast. And so we were interested and said, all right, well, asked, what is Anna's assignment? What is she supposed to do? And she seems to have been born without an assignment.
That's right.
So we have put a request on the table that, and we would like to put it on the table again now, is that could Anna please head this way, because we're in a 5-week drought and everything does still look green, but it's starting to crisp up and brown up, and this week's forecast has 2 days that say the temperatures are going to hit 97.
That's right.
Which is 5 degrees higher than the historic highs of this region. And this is climate change, and Anna's existence is climate change.
That's
and
right.
so we need the rain. We need the rain for the plants, and we need the rain to cool it off. And so we know that there will be wind associated with it also. We're not confused about that.
Oh, that's true.
But we do need the rain. And so our request would be if Anna would be willing to come this way. And we notice over our 20 years of experience in the alternative health community that the general consensus in the what's commonly referred to as the woo-woo community is that everybody should band together and hold prayer circles and push away the storms. And that's odd, because that presumes that humans know better than divinity does where the storms are supposed to go, and we never participated in that because it felt arrogant.
That's the word.
However, if Anna doesn't have a soul plan, we would invite Anna to come rain on a drought-stricken region, and that might be an intersection of interests. And so we're just sending up that thought that of the 2 possibilities, if Anna would head southwest, she would be heading toward a drought-stricken region, whereas if she heads northeast, she's headed out to sea.
That's right.
And they don't need more water. They need less plastic, but there's no way for a storm to deal with the problems of plastic in the seas.
No, that's true.
And somebody asked, why not? Wouldn't it just beat the plastic to smaller pieces? And it does. But then the plastic micro elements then have been found in raindrops in all parts of the earth, meaning we're just dispersing the plastic, making it harder and harder and harder to remove.
That's right.
So actually storms that go through the gyres in the center of the oceans where all the plastic builds up, it's like floating continents of tiny pieces of plastic.
That's true.
That those storms might make things worse, not better, and it might be better for the storms to head for the drought-prone regions and or the capitals of the countries that are creating the destruction.
That's right.
Of both plastic and climate change. For him is the message. Why do you ask? So we have this request. It's like we'll take the storm. We'll take it. And, if nobody else wants her, we'll take her. We need it. This area needs rain. And we're willing to take the wind that comes with the rain.
That's true.
It's part of the gig.
And you know what's probably important?
What?
I think it would be kind of easy if you were looking at a very narrow view to think it's just these 2 host lives who are asking for it. And so when they were talking upstairs to those angels who were kind of guiding storms around, we were quietly asking over here, well, how does that tree think about it?
Bring me rain, 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 rain.
How
hurry!
about that palm right there?
Hurry, hurry.
Yeah.
They feel desperate.
And then you can hear everybody calling for it. All these plants, all these animals.
And the aquifer itself. Listen to the aquifer.
Yep.
The aquifer is saying, I'm dying. I'm dying. And from that perspective, the aquifer is dying. We agree.
Truly, very real.
Truly, very real. We humanity are murdering the aquifer, which is stupid, really. For him is the message. Why do you ask? also are hoping that somebody upstairs will take interest, and it's unclear who's speaking. It's unclear. But the soul who's speaking is hoping that somebody upstairs will take interest in this issue of lives that are unauthorized and have no soul plan and have no guardian angels associated with them. It's problematic. And they are problems to themselves and to the worlds around them.
That's right.
And now how do we deal with this? And is there a divine plan? Is somebody willing to put together a plan that takes this reality into account, the reality of the unauthorized lives? That then they're born, and now what do you do? And what does one do with those presences who usually did not ask to be born?
No.
And they are thrust into experiences of sentience unprepared because they are not equipped with a plan. No assignment. It's not good. And can we please include that reality in the overall plan for this area of space-time that seems to have developed into a black hole formed by the weight of corruption. And Earth seems to be a very small component of that.
Right.
Like Earth looks like the dust bunny in the cellar of this multi-story building that is the black hole of corruption.
That's what they're showing.
And divinity is like walking around on the rooftop.
That's right.
And Earth is a dust bunny in the cellar. And since there's no upward flow, one of the things that somebody has been promulgating is that if divinity would just take one of those massive air hoses and just connect it up to the base of the black hole, like to the cellar of the black hole of corruption, and just blow upward through the black hole of corruption, that it might help the situation somehow.
That's right.
And we think that's a good idea. That's worth a try. We would like to see that experiment run a couple of times, or maybe like 10 times. There are many other experiments that have been run hundreds of times without success.
That's true.
The same experiments over and over again. And why not try that one many times before we say it wouldn't work? And it seems worth a try. Our attention is brought to these dead trees. This is this area of trees that seem to have been killed by a toxic waste dump that pre-house. That, according to the neighbors, there was a unauthorized trash dump in these woods maybe 30 years ago.
That's right.
And we stumbled across it in stages, becoming aware of the tires and then the paint cans and the paint thinner, and we now think there are also maybe car batteries. There's something in there very toxic.
That's right.
That's killing the trees. And so this is bringing the point to the need to somehow reestablish upward flow in an era where we're losing trees, and we're literally, like in the U.S., the Forest Service cuts down trees. You would think that that isn't what the Forest Service would do, but that is what the Forest Service does.
That's right.
And they want to cut down the last old-growth forests in North America. They want to cut down the Tongass, which is the largest temperate rainforest, I think, in the world. And they want to harvest the trees in the Cascades and Cascade Mountains, and they're old growth, and we should leave them be.
That's
because
right.
we need the carbon sequestered, and that's what trees do, is sequester carbon. So to cut them down is demented. And we're looking at this area where we're not cutting them down, they are falling down dead.
That's right.
So how are we going to reestablish upward flow if not with a divine hand connecting an airflow tube, like a blower, a pressure tube? In industrial applications, there are commonly these pressurized air devices. You buy cylinders of pressurized air, and they come with a tube, and you can use them to blow engines clear.
That's what they're talking about.
And something like that. Only on a very large scale. Or he missed the message. And why do you ask?